Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, nice to see you again here. I'd like to greet you via a video of explaining my PowerPoint. Alright everyone, so for now, we are going to move to our new discussion, that is being a master of ceremony, or discussing how to be a master of ceremony. I know that every one of you has ever practiced or experienced being a master of ceremony. So let's discuss what is inside this PPT. Okay, so the first we have to know who is MC. Who is MC? An MC is the host and facilitator of the event or an event. Yeah, so he is a host, and the event can be a wedding, a party, a seminar, a conference, or other agendas. Yeah, as long as you are holding the microphone on stage, you are the MC. So you have to be able to handle the program or the event at that time because you are the host. And a master of ceremonies, abbreviated MC or MC, EMC, is the official host of a ceremony, staged event, conference, convention, or similar performance. Yeah, this is the other meaning of MC, that is an official host. Jadi host ya resmi ya untuk apa? Untuk sebuah acara, seremoni, perayaan, staged event, conference, convention, or similar performance. And then as an MC, your job is to host shows and events. In this role, you may introduce guests or topics to an audience. Yeah, you have to be able to introduce the important guests, and then also you have to be able to welcome them. You have to be able to greet and invite the speakers, yeah, from the, and then also you can handle the event from the beginning until the end. All right. Okay, and the next is the tips how to be a good MC. Yeah, there are several tips that you can learn from here. The first, prepare for an effective event opening. Of course, yeah, before you open the event, so you have to be ready, and then also make sure that the stage and also the audience are also ready. Yeah, because if you have opened the event and then the situation of there is not ready, it's not ready yet, so I think it's not beneficial for you. Yeah. And then bring on stage positive and energetic vibes. Of course, yeah, even though you are not in good condition, you have to still be energetic. You have to sing positively and show positive gestures, show positive expressions and others to attract the audience. And then the MC sets the tone for the event. And because you are the host, yeah, you handle the, or you lead the event at the time, so you will set the tone. If kalau ya if the situation needs to be crowd, so you have to to be cheerful. Yeah, but if the situation needs to be comfortable, yeah, and then also quiet, so you can handle the tone into more quiet one, yeah, the situation to be more quiet. And then control the timing of the proceedings, yeah, control the timing, because you know the agenda from the first until the end. Karena Anda tahu agenda dari awal sampai akhir, you have to be able to arrange the time. Yeah, you have to be able to arrange the time for from the opening until the closing. And then remember to introduce yourself. Don't forget to introduce yourself. It's okay if you want to say your name. For example, I am Naila Roshida as the master of ceremony tonight or today, and others. And then always be addressing the audience. Address the audience. Of course, greet the audience. Address the audience means address itu seperti apa? Ya, misalnya adalah greet the audience or the important guests, for the first time before you start the event. For example, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and then Honorable Mr. blah 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 blah. As the head of, itu adalah addressing. Dan juga audience, itu bisa misalnya ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Itu penggunaan kata ladies and gentlemen itu juga addressing the audience. Maintain eye contact with your audience, because you are in front of the audience, so make sure that you do not read all the time. Maybe you have the script of the MC, and then also you have the text in front of you, but make sure that you just read it at glance. Jadi jangan melihat atau membaca all the time. You can greet the audience, and then also make eye contact with the audience, and then bring pace to your delivery. And what is the meaning? The meaning here is control your speed. Jadi dikontrol kecepatannya, jangan terlalu cepat, jangan terlalu lambat. And then share key event information. Sharing the key event information here means that, for example, you can share the agenda at that day. Agendanya apa saja hari ini. For example, from the opening, and then also singing national anthem, and then also praying or reading or reciting Quran, and then having speech and closing, something like that. And then breathe steadily and deeply. Yes, of course, you have to be calm, be relaxed, don't panic. If you make mistake, of course, don't panic. You can just take a breath steadily and deeply. But for example, in front of the microphone, don't breathe hard. Don't breathe hard. So you can take off or you can make the microphone far away from your mouth, and then you can take a deep breath. And then avoid cold drinks or spicy food before or during your time on stage. Jadi jangan makan yang berminyak atau pedas atau minuman dingin, because maybe it can influence your quality of voice. And then practice. Of course, practice makes perfect. And then it will avoid the mistakes. And then smile even if you don't mean it. Smile. Don't forget to smile, because even though, for example, the audience are far away from you, and then they cannot see you directly, they can hear your expression. If you don't smile, they can hear that, oh, you are not feeling good at the time. So you have to be able to smile when you become the MC. Next, dress the part. The meaning of dress the part here means that you can dress properly. You can dress properly, appropriate with the event. Jadi pakaiannya menyesuaikan eventnya seperti apa. If it is, for example, a graduation ceremony, so you can wear coats, and then, or if it is in pengajian, in pengajian, so you can dress up with the Muslim clothes. And then be prepared if you or anyone else make a mistake. Oke, jadi melakukan kesalahan yang tidak disengaja itu lumrah, ya, lumrah. Yeah, but you have to be prepared for that. And then, if you make the mistake, should you apologize? Make sure that apologize should a major mistake happen. Jadi sebenarnya kalau melakukan kesalahan itu tidak perlu saying apologize, just continue it. Ya, kalau Anda melakukan kesalahan, ya langsung dilanjutkan dengan agenda yang baru. Ya. And then arrive early to do a sound check and ensure everything is in order. Nah, seperti yang saya tadi bilang, sebelum kamu atau Anda memulai ya, or open the event, so please make sure that everything has been set, everything has been in order, ya, especially a sound check. And then prepare for the closing for the event. Jadi siapkan untuk penutupnya. Yes, of course, as the MC, you have to be able to coordinate with the committee, yeah, with the committee, and then make sure that you know well about the agenda at the time. All right, and then next, yeah, next are the expressions that you can use in being an MC. The first, preparing the event. You can say to the guests, for example, to all guests, please have a seat as the ceremony will begin shortly. Jadi meminta audience untuk duduk. Ya. Untuk duduk, have a seat. Pakainya have a seat. Don't use sit down. Before the event starts, I would like to invite the guests to be seated. Or you can say be seated. Have a seat or be seated as the ceremony will begin soon. Before we proceed with the event, please have a seat and make yourself comfortable. Okay, yeah, those are the expressions that you can use before the event opened. Yeah, preparing the audience. And then next, introduction or greeting. How to greet the audience? You can say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Of course, if you are Muslims, sometimes you use Assalamualaikum. Yeah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And then you can also say dear friends, dear members, dear delegates, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it depends on the event. Yeah. Welcome to the, for example, to the seminar of kewirausahaan, misalnya. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the event. Eventnya apa? Maulid Nabi celebration. You are about to come with us. Yeah. Get ready to enjoy. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the, let me begin by giving you a warm welcome to the, nah warm welcome to the ini disebutkan siapa orangnya. Let me begin by giving you a warm welcome to the important guest. For example, Mr. ini. Thank you so much for being here. You can also say good morning ladies and gentlemen, my name is. Jadi jangan lupa untuk mengenalkan diri Anda. It's my pleasure to welcome you here this morning. I would like to thank you for joining us today for this special event on a very warm welcome to our honorable guest. Anda ingin menyapa honorable guest, so you can say Mr. Michael, for example, the Cultural Affairs Officer from the Public Affairs of the USMC, Mr. Ahmad Nasri, the respected delegates, Honorable Mr. blah blah blah, the head of the foundation. That's the example. Alright, next. Ya, how to welcome the speaker. Kalau Anda ingin meminta seseorang untuk maju ke depan, ya, maju ke depan, kemudian to deliver a speech, you can say, Mr. or Mrs., the floor is yours. Would you please welcome Mr. Ziad, ya, for having the speech or for delivering the speech. Would you please join me in welcoming Mr. blah blah blah. It's my pleasure to welcome. Sama. Jadi welcome itu artinya adalah ya menyambut sebenarnya kan, tapi artinya mempersilahkan orang tersebut untuk memberikan speech atau opening remarks, ya, or committee forward, for example. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming. Moving right along. Nah, ini adalah transferring atau transition, ya. Artinya dari agenda satu ke agenda yang lain. Moving right along. It's now my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker. At this time, I would like to invite our guest speaker, Mr. Ahmad, to come forward and give the opening remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ahmad, time is yours. Tapi kalau misalnya sudah selesai bagaimana? Don't forget to say thank you. Jangan lupa mengucapkan terima kasih. Before we move on, let's begin with the recitation of doa that will be led by. Doa akan dipimpin oleh siapa? Moving on, I welcome Mr. Ahmad, country manager of blah blah blah, to deliver his speech. Okay, the last is closing. And now, ya, ini adalah contoh saja. And now the ceremony has come to its end. Once again, thank you everyone for blessing our ceremony with your presence. We truly appreciate it. On behalf of the organizing committees, I would like to apologize if we have done any mistake. Through the event, I end my duty as a master of ceremony for today's event with or by saying Alhamdulillah or by saying Alhamdulillah. Before we end our event for today, I would like to invite our VIP guests in front for photography session. Kalau mau mengajak fotografi bisa. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up our morning. Ya, ini adalah akhir dari kegiatan kita pagi ini. Thank you all for making time in your busy schedules to join us here this morning. It's been our pleasure to host this event. Wish you all a pleasant day. All VIP and guests are invited for a refreshment. Kalau misalnya ramah tamah ya, makan-makan, minum-minum. Nah, Anda bisa mengajak mereka untuk having a refreshment. The refreshment stations is located at your right side, ya, ada di sebelah kanan Anda. Nah, itu adalah contoh dari closing. Then